Welcome, my friends. Welcome to another episode of Nintendo Nightcap, bringing you all the latest Nintendo news. And today, just one story, but it's the huge one because we now have footage of Elden Ring running on the Switch 2 in docked mode. Now, we've heard everything, all the negative headlines about how badly it runs in handheld, but we're going to have a look at this footage given to us by MD14 running in dock mode, as I said, and judge for ourselves how bad it runs or whether it runs fine in docked and it could be salvaged in handheld mode. But before we look at it, why don't you hit that like and subscribe? Helps the channel out, my friends. And now take a seat with me as we look at the docked mode footage of Elden Ring on the Switch 2. So here we go. We're looking at the Elden Ring footage running docked on the Switch 2. This is MD14, who is at the Fan Expo in Canada. And you can see right here, right now, it's just stepped outside a little bit. And the game seems to be running fine here at least. Like, I don't know what you guys are thinking looking at this footage. I'd like for you to tell me in the comments below. But from what I'm seeing, at least in dock mode, in this part of the game, I don't know which part of the game this is, but it seems to be running fine here. It seems to be running out of a 30 FPS state at least. We'll have to see as he travels more into the game. But the game looks nice. I have heard reports, everyone, even in handheld mode, everyone who's said about how bad the game runs has said that the game looks nice though, even in handheld. So here we can see graphically the game looks really nice, I think. So, and you can see as he's crossing through the bridge, going through the world, it seems to be running at a consistent frame rate for sure. It's not dropping. I don't know what you guys think, but you can see all the nice effects here, all the fog effects, the cloud, all the nice particles. We can see, there we go, and the draw distance in the back. So right now, the game is looking fine. There we go. We see more effects. Here we go. As he's confronting a little mini boss here. Let's see what this looks like. Let's see how it runs. Again, even in combat, it seems to be running fine. Now, we'll have to see when he steps out into the actual main open world, right? And see how that looks. But at least right now, in docked mode, right now in the middle of battle, it seems to be running well. It seems to be running a consistent... that looks like 30 FPS to me. Okay, here we are in another section. I thought he was about to go outside, but no, we're still inside. But again, we can see everything looks really nice. We can see the reflections on the wall there. The lighting looks really nice. Here we go, some nice little particles. So everything visually, as I said, I keep repeating, but visually the game looks really nice. And it seems to be running consistent again. So I'm really impressed with what I'm seeing so far, visually at least, and I'm not worried by the dock mode. Now, as I said, all the negative reactions that we've been hearing about are in handheld mode, not docked. But if the game is running this well, as I said, we still need to go outside and see what it looks like. But it could just be that they just need to optimize the game in handheld mode. Now, we haven't seen ourselves quite how bad it's running, but if we go by what people are saying, then supposedly it's running really, really bad. But this, again, look, again, the frame rate, very consistent. So we'll have to wait and see when our friend here goes outside to see whether the... Oh, here we go, here we go, here we go. Here we go, Limgrave, you can see the tree there. Now we're going to get to see if the game is running really, really bad. At least in dock mode, frame rate wise. Let's have a look. Here you go. He's moving the camera around. No lag. Doesn't seem to be any lag yet. We can see the draw distance. We can see everything in the background. And plus, if I'm correct, I'm pretty sure this is using the PS5 like texture mapping, right? So not the PS4, which has got like some foliage missing and assets missing. I think this is like asset 4, but obviously not in the same resolution clearly as the PS5 version. But again, there you go. He's traveling through, rolling around. Everything seems to be running okay. Oh, let's see when he gets into battle if we notice any drops. But I've got to tell you, from what I'm seeing right now in docked mode, it's looking good. Don't forget, we're watching, a recording off of a phone or a camera, recording onto another screen as well. So, in person, it's going to obviously look a lot better. I can see that there is a little bit of overlight, and you can see when our friend's hands pop up, there's a lot of light going on that screen. So that's washing it out a little bit, but you can still, you can still kind of see that the visual fidelity is good on this version, at least in dock mode. The foliage looks really nice on the floor there. So again, like, you guys let me know in the comments below what you think about the footage that we are looking at right now. And as I said, I'm going to have this video in full linked in the description below, and you can take a better look at it for yourselves. But look, again, with all the foliage intact, everything in the draw distance, and seemingly in battle, I'm happy with the way it's running right now in docked mode. I've got to say, I'm more than happy. It's more than playable, and it looks really nice. So this could be a case of it really needs to be optimized in handheld form. Now, playing it in handheld form is one of the main reasons a lot of people are going to be picking up this game. So they really need to fix that. But in terms of docked mode, it's running fine, and it looks good. That's what I'm taking away from this myself. So there you go. We're going to leave it there, my friends. And you guys let me know what you think, but I'm in dock mode, I'm impressed. So this, to me, it seems like a case that the developers need to fix this game in handheld form for sure. Now, can they do it? I'm assuming they can. The Switch, even in handheld form, is more than capable. Of course, has DLSS, and the game itself, keep in mind, doesn't even have a release date yet. They still have time. We don't know the build of the game that the people got to play. I'm assuming it's the same build as this one here, but we don't know what state, how early that build was. But I'm more than happy. So there we go. I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to have, as I said, the link in the description below, so you guys can check out the video in full. But I'm very happy with what I've seen. So you guys let me know in the comments what you think. Are you feeling better now about the port? Are you hoping now at least it looks good in docked? They can just fix it in handheld mode. Let me know what seeing it here in dock mode has done for your optimism of the game overall in its release. So I'm going to leave it there, but there you go, my friends. That is the video for today. I will be back later, maybe today or definitely tomorrow, with all the latest Nintendo news, my good friends. Until then, have an awesome time. See you soon. Bye.